This is my favorite part of the video making process. Uploading. It's just a moment to finally relax and just be like, yes, the project is done. Another video in the can. And it's time to finally relax and watch it upload. Which, depending on the internet, can take a couple minutes or it can take a long time. I don't know, maybe literally, it's funny because in this house, you could be a little too far away from the router, and it actually does go slower by quite a bit. So my router is over there, but we're on like pretty much the farthest wall of the basement. So pretty much, and yeah, we're in the basement. The router is upstairs. If you go diagonal, it is about the farthest distance you could have in this house from this computer to the router. So this probably is like the worst spot to try to connect to the internet, but at this point on my laptop, I only really use it to make videos now, which is, it's probably an eye-opener for a lot of people out there, or shocking at least, that I'm still just on a laptop that I've had since 2013. And I've never gotten an actual bigger computer to start editing. And, there's not really any reason for that. Most of the time, any money that I've spent on equipment for the videos, I've always put more towards the camera equipment, lighting equipment, stuff like that. So I guess I don't really deal with getting a better computer because the laptop still works, but certainly has slowed down a lot. And I've had a lot of issues with it. I actually wrote a whole blog post, which is only on Patreon, but it was a whole thing about all the different issues I've had with the laptop, but I've been able to fix it almost every time. But I definitely can feel the slowing down of the laptop nowadays, so I probably should get a new computer. But I only use it to edit nowadays. I used to use it a lot for YouTube, and especially, and maybe this is embarrassing to share, but I know a lot of people are like this, where, they have their laptop in their bed and they would, kind of go to sleep watching YouTube pretty much. Game Grumps compilations, for sure. You can read in the comments where people are like, I literally use this to go to bed. And I'm like, yeah, I think I kind of used to be that way too. And, but I haven't done that in a long time. For one, I just don't do that anymore, but also, any way that I watch YouTube, I use different things now. My phone, for instance, which ever since I've upgraded my iPhone, it's just the most handy way to get to YouTube, and, I'm on the go most of the time anyway. But when I'm at home, I'll use my phone or my TV, which is now a smart TV, so I use that for YouTube. And then streaming services are all through my TV now, unless they're only available on the PS4, which I have that. And if I have to write anything, yeah, I can use the laptop, or I can I use it for editing, some different things you got to do for work or other, adult things that you have to take care of. But honestly, I've thought about too, like, if I ever did upgrade to a better computer, like an actual full-blown desktop computer, which will probably happen in the future, just for editing, I'd probably still keep the laptop to do just simple projects, simple writing, or simple adult things you got to do. But I've thought about getting an iPad for that too, which iPad would be pretty handy, but, it's just yet another thing that lies around. And you kind of wonder, how many things do I need just lying around? I'm big into like getting something I can do it all. It'd be really nice. Like I've had everyone used to get a Kindle, but then once the iPad could pretty much read books the same way a Kindle would, everyone started just getting iPads and just other tablets. And now I think a lot of people just pretty much use their phone. I don't even know many people who really own a tablet, but they seem way more handy anyway compared to a laptop. Because if you were reading books, or doing just general searching that you would like kind of do on the phone, but if you want pretty much a bigger version of that, iPad would be handy. And it seems like I just, it's funny. I don't see laptops as much anymore, but I don't see too many iPads either. But I see the little, um, Google laptops, the AirBooks, things like that. To AirBooks, I think that's actually Apple products. I'm trying to think, what is those called? The ones where Chromebook. That's what I'm looking for. Chromebook. Seems like a lot of people have things like that or similar to it, and otherwise everyone does everything on their phone. So the big old laptops, I don't see much anymore. I remember when I was going to college, everyone either had a MacBook or a Chromebook, but nobody really had, like, I was the only one who had, like, old school laptop. So it felt kind of weird being there with that. And, but I think, like, with all this extra technology, like, how many things do you need to do one thing or do other things? It'd be cool if everything could just do everything. And you don't need multiple things. I mean, people now have Switches too. Nintendo Switch is a tablet in a way. So it'd be cool if that could do so many things like other tablets, but it can't. Like, it doesn't have every video streaming service. It has Hulu, but I have yet to find another service that actually has. So I was actually a little excited for that because I was like, that'd be kind of cool to have Netflix on the go, but it's a little bit bigger than my phone, and I don't need to get a tablet. But it doesn't even do like any services, so that kind of sucks. And and then I thought about getting like an Apple Watch, but my big issue there is like I need to I want an Apple Watch that I can bring while I'm running, that can stream music, that connects to my Beats, my Bluetooth Beats, and I don't need to bring my phone with. If I can leave my phone at home but bring the watch, and the watch can have music on it, or it can literally just stream the music, Apple Music, onto it, and I can just bring that on the go. I don't know if it can do all of that, and I've tried to do my research, and it sounds like, yes, it can have its own data plan, but I still don't know if I understand if it can be separated from the phone and still be used, but I think it can be. But, like, yeah, but in order to do that, you need its own data plan, and it's like, I don't want to get a separate data plan for just a watch, unless it's like not too expensive. But if it's like 30 extra bucks and it's like, no way, that wouldn't be worth it. I'll just carry my phone around. But that's the one thing I'm trying to solve here. And I still haven't figured out the answer, probably because, honestly, the reason I haven't done the research, I know I'm just blabbering right now. I could do the research, but the reason I haven't is because I don't really want to go buy an Apple Watch that bad. But I thought if I were to do it, that I want to do all that stuff, that's the only reason I would get one. Otherwise, I see people use them, and I think they're kind of dumb. Like, I see people who have a phone, but they'll be on their watch, and they'll be, like, texting with their watch while their phone's in their pocket. And I was like, that's kind of dumb. Like, when I was a server, it kind of made a little more sense. I saw people use it because you can't have your phone out, but if you have a watch on, you can still text. So it's like, okay, that makes a little more sense. But when other people are doing it, when you can, like, have your phone out, but it's in their pocket, and then they start texting with their watch, it just seems kind of dumb to me, especially since it's not the most handy device to text on, or I don't think so anyway. So I don't know, just technology, man. There's too much. I sound like an old man saying that, but, like, truthfully, it just seems like there's so many different things, and they all do different things. And I really wish it was all, it is way more simplified even from 10 years ago, but I wish it was simplified even more. I wish, it's just weird that everything's got to be a different company too. Like, Amazon this, and Samsung that, and Apple this, and then some of them can integrate, but some of them can't, and some of them have the streaming services, but some of them don't. And man, I still can't get Peacock or Criterion Channel on my Samsung TV, and I can get Peacock on my PS4, but I can't get Criterion Channel on my PS4. It's like not an app that's available on there. It's only on my phone, so then I gotta open up on my phone, and I gotta, like, mirror it to my TV, which is fine, but it's like, why isn't there just an app at this point? I'm sure people will say Criterion's available on other things. I don't have a Roku, so maybe it is on there. I don't know, or the Fire Stick, but I didn't even care because I don't need those. And that's what I mean. Like, there's so many different things, and it's stupid. Anyway, this video is finishing up, uploading, so this was just like it wasn't a rant. It was more just like a old man kind of trails off about different technology and why it annoys him.